Here at the World Economic Forum in Davos, there is intense competition amongst Indian states to try and woo top investors to their pavilion and to their states. Joining us now, the man leading the charge for Karnataka, the state's Chief Minister, Basavaraj Bommai. Mr. Bommai, thank you so much and welcome to India today. I'm very well.
How is Davos
doing? It's doing really well. And how are you doing here?
I'm doing very fantastically fine.
You know, that signage at the back says that you're getting 40% of the nation's total FDI, and all the pavilions to our left and our right are trying very hard to change that, Chief Minister.
No, I mean, this is not new. It has been, it's a fact, and it's not a statement.
But we are seeing very aggressive pitches from Andhra Pradesh. Jagan is here, KTR is here from Telangana. They're trying to pull investors to their states.
No, it's most welcome. A healthy competition is most welcome. And this shows that India is an emerging economy in the backdrop of COVID and lockouts and Chinese economy going back. India is emerging, so all states are trying to pitch in. Karnataka is leading it, and we have already got a international footprint for a long time.
But I was listening to the pitches being made by some of the other states. They're saying it's easier to get permissions to come to a state like, say, Andhra Pradesh or Telangana. They have land more readily available. They're citing corruption in other states, saying policy making is slower. So they're trying to pull people away from your state.
Okay, easy permission they are asking. We have got a ease to do business where you start the business then ask permission. So we are one step ahead of them. You start the business and you get 2 years time to get all the permissions except some statutory. So we are way ahead of all those things. And people come not only for that, people come for technology, human skilled requirements.
But now we're seeing there are more startups happening in Gurgaon, for example, than there are in
That's a wrong
Bengaluru.
figure, you are wrong.
I read a story before
No,
coming here.
please read the right story. Highest number of startups are in Bangalore even now, 52%.
No,
And
you
well,
and
let me complete. And highest number of unicorns are there in Bangalore. Out of 4 decacons, 3 are in Karnataka. That speaks volume.
No, but it's about where the new, more hip happening and startups with an eye on the future are coming up from. And do you accept now that there is more competition for Bengaluru as India's Silicon City than there has been so far?
Among the startups also, the major startups which are grown into global players, all are from Bangalore. So the high-tech niche areas are still in Bangalore because of the strong technical base we have, which no states can do it overnight.
But the one fact is that if you look at the commentary around Karnataka over the last several weeks, your state, sir, has been in the news for the wrong reasons. You know, whether it is, say, the Azan controversy, the anti-conversion controversy, the hijab controversy.
You are going back to
But that's
local
what Karnataka
change.
has been in the news.
You are in Davos, Rahul, change. Because these Azan controversy is over. All controversies are already over. We have solved it as per the rule of the law. Secondly, it's all more in the newsrooms rather than the ground.
But is it fair to say that as Karnataka heads towards elections, your government is just allowing for some of these fires to be stoked in the hope that you can polarize a state like Karnataka, which has typically been a not so communally sensitive state?
See, nobody can polarize Karnataka. The history speaks for itself. And the highest educated people are there in Karnataka, and we don't intend to polarize. See, there are some fringe elements always trying to overplay certain things, and we've been very well in control with the situation, and we have solved all these issues as per the rule of law. If the same thing would have happened in other states, it would have been something else. Secondly, I don't want to speak or belittle any of my sister states. It's a healthy competition. My competition is international. So we are looking way beyond the overseas. Therefore, I welcome a healthy competition.
I saw a recent tweet by Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, one of the leading lights of Karnataka industry, and she says, and I quote what she says, Karnataka has always forged inclusive economic development and must not allow communal exclusion. if IT became communal, it would destroy our global leadership. She tags you, Chief Minister Bommai, to say, resolve this growing religious divide.
Exactly, I have done. I resolved it, and I informed her also. I talked to her. It is, see, one thing I assure you, not only IT, the entire society of Karnataka will be inclusive, inclusive, and inclusive.
But then why are these things happening on your watch? You come from a Janta Dal kind of background. You haven't been known to have a very strong communal or
I think
polarized.
it's a political interview you are trying
It's
to
a
do.
mix of political and economy. Interview.
I know, I understand.
You have a big election coming in your
No,
state.
that I'll have exclusively with you. India Today has been always very good to me. That will have exclusively. But I thought in Davos, you have got some Davos news.
Your state has been in the
Rahul,
news
you
for
are-
all
you
the
are-
reasons.
You are not true to your profession.
Okay, I want to ask you about the key pitches and your key achievements according to you at Davos. What are the takeaways that you go back from Davos with?
See, Davos, one thing I could sense that the international business is looking for lot of big opportunities in India, basically, and especially in renewable energy, in aerospace, and in data analytics, and all these niche areas, semiconductors, uh, where we are already pitched in, where we have got policy in place, where there are already players there in Karnataka. So the people who are already there are now expanding their facilities, and new people are very much interested. So with a great Bonehem, I am going back. With a great confidence, I am going back. And we have got a global investor meet in November. That will be a very big successful. And the Davos events and the interest shown by the international business community, I think the next destination instead of China, it will be Bangalore.
We've seen the BJP. Again, you'll say I'll ask a political question, but where do I get a chance to meet you again and again? Can I ask or not?
Come on.
Okay, I can ask. Okay, good. We saw in states like Uttarakhand, in Gujarat, recently Tripura, ahead of elections or building up to elections, chief ministers being changed. It's happened in Karnataka. There's been a lot of buzz. I saw Amit Shah denied it, saying that they'll come to the elections under your leadership. But does that play on your head as you go about your task कि कुर्सी है कि नहीं है तो कब तक है?
नहीं वो हमारे सोच में ही नहीं है. हमारा सोच ये है कि बीजेपी को वापस 2023 में कर्नाटक में वापस लेके आना है और एक स्ट्रांग वाइब्रेंट स्टेट बनाना है, एंड इन ट्यून विथ आवर लीडर नरेंद्र मोदी जी, to build a strong India, we need strong states. And Karnataka will be leading to build a strong India. His 5 trillion dream will be fulfilled majorly by Karnataka.
Have you got the kind of support and cooperation from your own party colleagues that you would have expected, or do you think the BJP in Karnataka continues to come across as a divided house?
No. It is, in fact, for the last 9 months, we have been unitedly working, and every, right from my party worker to the leader, right from my MLAs to ministers, we are all one. That's why we could bring a lot of changes, policy changes in the state in all fields.
Mr. DK Shiv Kumar and the Congress seem aggressive. They're charging against you, alleging mafia raj, corruption, and all kinds of charges. Are they sticking, or do you think the Congress?
Congress is a Gangotri of corruption. It is like a devil's speaking Bible, you know. And secondly, their track record is so bad, and they are desperate because if they lose Karnataka, they are going to lose. They were nowhere in India. Last chance is in Karnataka. So that's a desperate cry, I should say, not a more desperate cry.
So how confident are you at this time, ahead of the big elections in Gujarat and Himachal, that Karnataka seems solidly placed from a BJP perspective?
Yeah, very solidly, and we are going to improve our tally than last time. We'll have a very, very comfortable majority from all sections, and we are going to the election on a positive note with our performance report card to the people.
We are walking past the blockchain hub at Davos. What are your big ideas in terms of emerging and cutting edge technologies and trying to continue to bring those into Karnataka. We're seeing, for example, Mumbai have a fourth industrial revolution center. KTR in Hyderabad is talking a lot about it.
No. These are all routine things. This is not a very big event to declare about. And including the blockchain and other things which are there in the vogue now, to use them for better systems to be in, so that there are checks and balances in our system, transparency in our system. We are open to it. We are open to all new technologies.
And from the feedback that you've picked up from investors over here, what is it that they are telling you? Like, what would they like to change about the way Karnataka is being run, or what more would they like to see from you to be able to attract that investment?
No, they basically are very happy what they have, and since we are moving beyond Bangalore, so they want a proper connectivity from the new places to the Bangalore, which we are already into it.
So, which are the key centers that you've identified which you think can potentially become the next Bangalore or become?
I have a industrial a township built up all along the highway, that is Mumbai, Bangalore. We have got 5 industrial townships coming up, and then we have got aerospace park, and then of course huge IT parks all over Bangalore and beyond Bangalore, Tumkur, Davangere, Chitradurga, Dharwad, Belgaum, Gulbarga, Raichur, and not only in IT. We are into manufacturing, we are into textiles, we are into pharma, you name it, it is there, and we got a huge pharma park which is attracting a lot of people.
Okay, so I wish you a great World Economic Forum week. I hope that things work out well. You've got competition on all sides, trying to snap at your heels.
Always a good performer needs competition to keep him up for the better scaling up.
Yes, this competition in commerce, industry, investment, and also in politics.
Just imagine if there is no competitor.
Sure.
So we need competitor to not only to instigate but to achieve also.
Well, we started out at the Invest Karnataka lounge. The Chief Minister, we've enjoyed this walk. Thank you for your time. I know that your next round of meetings are all waiting. So I wish you all the best for your bid to attract investment and also for all the noisy politics that awaits you once you get back to Bengaluru.
No. Now everything is very, very cool and
I
calm
say
unless until you do something for that.
We are not doing anything. Everything you're only doing.
People now know about it.
All of this, your people or some people.
People now have realized on both sides.
You don't have anything to do with it.
I am concentrating on growth of my state.
Okay, so you got meetings waiting for
Growth
you.
and welfare of my people.
Okay, we leave it over there, Chief Minister Bommai. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.